Hey yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stanny. We haven't seen each other in a while, but I'm back. For a while now, I think we are done with surgeries and everything. So it was a fourth surgery, and because probably it was the last one, I wanted to make a video for you guys where I will explain all my surgeries that I have been through and the things that are waiting for me in the future. I think that constant reopening and closing of my head was pretty big thing for me in the last few months, so I think it's something worth documenting. So starting from the very beginning, my first surgery happened in the September of 2021. For a whole month I have been trying to get my life together with a great pain in my head, especially in the front part in here. The pain in there was incredible. I can't even describe it, so after a while I was told I have to go to hospital and wait for the surgery. At first, the thing in my head was diagnosed as glioblastoma, so that's why when my skull was opened for the first time, it was closed with the same part of the bone once again. After they diagnosed what they cut off from my head, it happened that it's a whole different kind of disease and I have to get my skull reopened once again, but they don't know when. I was just only waiting with the knowledge that I will have to have one more surgery once again, but no one knows when. For the whole time it was not sure, it was not 100%, it was more like 80 or 90%, but I was believing all the time that I won't have the surgery because I was so scared and I didn't want to have the surgery once again. So the time for the second surgery finally came. The first date was set to February 7th, but then it was moved by 1 week and then another 2 days. Everyone told me that it's going to be easy and fast surgery and it's only all about cutting out my skull and putting in some other fragment back into that place. So I believed everyone. I was happy I'm going to the surgery because I knew that after it will be all gone and I will be just able to focus on the treatment by the chemotherapy and radiotherapy. I got the pills that make the person before the surgery feel much better and they help you get a good sleep and be well rested and not focus that something bad might happen. When the surgery came, I was in a really good mood. I always like to talk with the doctors. Before I was put to sleep, I was having fun with them. We've been laughing, we've been talking all the time, and obviously the lights went off. I just woke up and I was happy that it's done, I'm feeling good, but I didn't know one specific thing. After a few minutes, the doctor came and told me that they cut off the skull, but they couldn't put anything back to that place because that place needed to cure itself after a while. So he literally told me that I don't have half of my head. And after an additional few minutes, I just found out that there are drains sticking out of my head from both sides with the bags full of my blood. I would never expect myself to be in this situation. I remember every time when I was on chemotherapy, I have seen people after the surgeries getting their legs cut, hands cut, and I have seen them having a drains, and I was even scared to think that one day I might have the same thing put into my body, and especially to my head. The time in the hospital was very hard. I was barely getting any sleep at night. I was feeling uncomfortable with so many drains in my body. I just wanted to get home quickly and forget about all this stuff. The thoughts were dark at the beginning. I was thinking that I won't be able to do anything for that time, and obviously the doctors told me that I won't be able to get my skull back together in 3 months, but everything went totally different. As you can see right now, it's been only a maximum 2 months while you are seeing this video, and I'm back with my whole head looking like egg once again. That's a great lesson for me that I always need to stay positive. So how was the living without the big part of my skull? Until I took the bandage off for the first time, I didn't know how bad it is. After I took some photos from the third person, I saw that it's even worse when someone different than me is looking at it. After a while, it was even funny for me that when I was talking with someone, he didn't look into my eyes even once. He was just looking straight onto my head. And because I've had such a hard surgery, I didn't have a chemotherapy for a very long time. It's been almost 2 months without a chemo, so my hair started to grow off, my beard started to grow off with a mustache, as you have seen in the previous videos, because when the hair started to cover this place, it really looked like a normal shape. So about 2 weeks ago from now on, when I'm filming this video, I've had my third surgery. So everyone was telling me that this time for sure it will be fast and easy surgery. It's been a so-called plastic surgery, like people get their mouth bigger, nose in a better shape, and I had my skull formed into a normal shape. Thankfully, that time I didn't have to stay in the hospital for too long. It's been only 2 or 3 days after a surgery, so it went all very quickly, because in last 6 months I have spent in hospitals about over 2 months, so I think that's enough for a long time. I was prescribed a very strong antibiotics that I'm taking right now, so the fake skull connects with a normal skull very quickly, so that's why I have the bandage. It's helping my body to not gather a water in that place, but when I take off the bandage, I'm getting a big ball of water in this place. So in a summary, I think I have went through a very hard time. I have learned a lot. I'm not scared of the pain anymore, because some things were so painful that other things don't make me impressed anymore. Being stronger is definitely another positive thing that I have taken off from this journey. I can finally get used to the shape of my head, and thankfully this last surgery had the best cut on my head, because I won't have a big ugly scar on my body, and there were much less stitches than the first and second time. Usually there was about 35 stitches, and this time was probably the half of it, and the skin is connected like very close to it. I am still waiting for the swelling to come off, for the bandage to come off. I've had my stitches taken off yesterday, so I'm very curious how my head looks. And not that I am scared or like anything would disturb me, but I am just curious. It all became more interesting for me than scary. Like, I am not scared what is going to happen with my body, but I am interested, and there is no negative side anymore. So in 3 weeks I'm moving out to Krakow, where I will be having a proton therapy. Thankfully we've managed to get it, because not everyone can get it, and there we'll be having a proton therapy for 7 to 9 weeks along with the chemotherapy. I've been talking to my doctor yesterday, and she told me that I will have only 12 sessions of chemotherapy. So after the chemo that is happening in 3 weeks, it will be a half of it. So guys, keep your fingers crossed that we will get through that stuff very quickly. And there is one thing for sure, this year will pass very fast, and we'll get through this stuff, and I will finally be able to live the life as I used to before everything. Still a long way to go through, guys, but thankfully you are all with me, and having these constant surgeries was probably the worst part of it all. I still can't film, because I can't like do something like this with my head, because when I do it I feel that water is going down in there, and that's not good, because the skin needs to somehow connect with the skull. The biggest thing for me that is coming up very soon is a drift event happening in the beginning of the April, where we'll attend with the S13. We'll be driving there, so by then I need to recover as fast as possible so I can drift and prove you guys that you can do anything, anytime. There is only a few things needed to be done to the car. It's changing the oil, some body work, and filling up the gas tank, so that's not much. I will do it with the help of friends, that's for sure, because I still can't carry anything. I can do anything with the car, and I will try to document everything to make a video for you guys, because we have the summer drift season coming up right at the corner, so many videos are coming up. So let's get this season starting. Thank you once again, and see you in the next one. Peace!